Hey guys, this is Michael Duncan. Today I'm going to talk about managing innovative product development projects. First, a little background about myself. I graduated from Purdue with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering Technology. I actually started out my career in racing, served on an IndyCar pit crew for a while, had a lot of time experience with composite part design, so wings and bodyworks of the car, did a lot of wind tunnel work, and even some safety research on head and neck restraints. After that, I worked as a design consultant for a product development firm. Worked with everything from large companies that most of you probably own their products all the way down to entrepreneurs, helping them bring new things to market. I left that and went to a company called EMEN that makes seat belts and airbags. Spent several years as a program manager in our off-road UTV market, managing all the projects within that market. Currently, I am the innovation manager where I head up our market research, industrial design, R&D, and prototype teams. The project I'm going to talk about today is one that I worked on when I was at Catalyst. We were approached by a company that had been in business for more than 50 years. Their primary markets were blow molded decorations for Christmas and Easter, artificial Christmas trees, and the vacuum formed kiddie pools you see outside of Walmart in the summertime. Their sales have been steadily declining for many years. The company was a debt-free and kind of cash-rich, had a large reserve in the bank, and they've been using that cash to live off of for quite some time. Their executive team decided it was time they needed to step up and launch a new product, trying to bring a little bit of new life in the company. So they created an internal project and tasked the team to do just that. So the end result was a blow-molded Snoopy figure. As you can imagine, it's not really that innovative no matter how much you love Snoopy. So what they ended up with was they ran into the customer base was very overwhelmed and sales were pretty bad. The retailers made comments they were really hoping they knew a project was coming and they hoped something better. Several of them didn't really, several actually chose not even to sell it. The many people in the management team was actually kind of disappointed with this because they were hoping for something bigger and better too, and they felt like what their team delivered was less than stellar. So what the company did was they approached Catalyst. So what they decided to do was bring in Catalyst PDG to review the project and help find a path forward. Catalyst is a product development firm that has a really good proven tracker to helping companies find new markets and develop innovative new products. The first thing we did was kind of do an autopsy. We looked through what happened in the last project. The first thing we found that there was no project scope created. Nobody had sat down and taken the time to write out the documentation of what management's expectations were and what the team planned on delivering. The second thing we noticed was that they had done absolutely no market research. They didn't talk to their customer base, whether it was the retail stores or consumers or anything like that, to find out what people really wanted. Part of our autopsy was we did a lot of client research. We spent a lot of time going through their past and current catalogs, and what we found out was they still had items in their catalogs from the 1970s. And some of these were officially still in production even though they had little to no demand. What we saw is as they refreshed catalogs every year to 2 years, there was really no change over a 30-year period. We went and visited all the facilities they had. They actually had 3 manufacturing facilities in the U.S., a little more than 1 million square feet total footprint among those 3 places. They had injection molding, blow molding, vacuum forming, and some proprietary processes for making the Christmas trees. In total, all their plants were operating less than 30% capacity. As we walked around, we saw the majority of their molding presses weren't running. Several of them, they said, hadn't even been ran in several years. Many of them still had molds in there that hadn't been ran so long that there was actually rust starting to develop on them. The next thing we did was we went and sat down with people in their company. We talked to people in their marketing, sales, engineering, operations, management team, and even finance. We learned what each person wanted, what their expectations were for the project, and kind of what they could offer, what their role would be in the project going forward. We looked at did some market research. We looked at the current markets they were in. We visited retail stores that sold their product. We talked to people that bought their products. We looked at their competitors and found out what their competitors are selling. And we identified products that competitors were selling or that were in their stores, but weren't in their current product lineup. So the result that came out of that was the dog spa. It was a blow molded pool for your dog to give your dog a bath. What we learned in the market research is people will spend more money on their pets than their own children. They love their pets and they will pamper them dearly. The pet market's booming. It's a pretty good business, and it's not seasonal like their holiday decorations or the kiddie pools. The dog spa actually sold at retailers like PetSmart and Petco for $37. And this was smaller and had less material than the kiddie pools that were only being sold for $10. So this opened up a whole new way of looking at profit margin for this company. They'd always been a very low margin company. So we kind of showed them that there are things out there that could be higher margin if you just kind of look for things that are a little bit different. So kind of the takeaways of this was that sometimes companies get in a deep rut, and it's so deep that they can no longer really see outside of it. Most of the companies have been there for 25 years or more. They were in their 50s and 60s, and they never realized the world around them was changing. Customers' tastes change over time in holiday decorations just like they do for automobiles. You don't see Chevy selling a car today in the 2017 that they sold in 1975. Just wouldn't sell. It also showed the importance of a project scope. Without a good documented project scope, the team could be going in a completely different direction than what is intended. Also, it showed that sometimes you need outside help on things. By seeking outside guidance, you can get a totally different view on the world. People outside the company don't have the same blinders on that those in the company have. They see things through a different set of filters, and they don't have those norms and cultural things that the company does, and just allows for sometimes a true innovation. That's what's needed. So by coming into this company, looking what they did wrong, finding things to fix, we exceeded their expectations. They were really looking for a product that could kind of be a break even in a 3 to 4 year period, and it had a break even of less than a year, and it's kind of opened up a new market for them. Hopefully is a little bit more current than the blow molded holiday decorations.